Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Love Reunion, where we talk about love, relationships, real talk, and real life situations. I am your host, Lovely Kai, and thanks for tuning in on this wonderful Wednesday night. All right, you guys. So tonight's topic, we're going to talk a little bit about something called taking your own advice. All right, you guys. So you guys know I had to talk about this. I know everybody done heard about the Derek Jackson situation, Mr. Guru of advice, right? He made sure he getting these women together and not getting caught up in games, but got caught up in his own game. I was so shocked, you guys. When I heard about him and his whole little controversy thing he went on, I say, Derek, you done let us down. You done let us down. I will admit, I was a YouTube Derek Jackson subscriber. You know, when I had my little situations, I'd be like, let me type it in. Let me see if he got some advice about this dude that I've been talking to. I want to figure out what he thinking as a man. So I'm thinking he would give me some good male perspective, you know, about the situation that I was in. You know, when he talked, he had some good facts now. He made us think like, oh, well, us women, we can finally mastermind a man. We can finally think like a man, know what he thinking about and how to resolve issues without having to figure it out on our own. So, when I found out about this, I said, no, not Derek. So, who am I going to consult with? Mainly, when I do that, you know, I always been the type of person that I look at both sides of the scenario. So I kind of have my own input on what the person really feeling. But then I'm like, okay, let me get a little guy perspective of it too. And let me see if I can match it up and put two and two together. So I technically don't take advice from, you know, stuff on YouTube. I just analyze and see how they mindset thinking about it. Like I said, Derek, he been doing his shows for some years. Like, some of the stuff do be on point. Like, some of the things that he said was on point, but my thing is, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot give advice on some advice that you can't take yourself. Like, all my shows now, I'm testimony, because every last show that I have done, people that know me or don't know me or just think they know me, I've been through every single topic that I have on my podcast. I literally had to learn the hard way, but I have learned, okay? I've learned, and I am so willing to give advice, because at least the advice that I give, they don't have to go through the hurt and pain to resolve it. I'm like, look, I can tell you the real, how this situation happened, how it came out, what to look forward to, how to handle the situation, what's the outcome of it, because I've been there, done that, and I'm definitely not going back, because I learned from it. But when I heard that he had a mistress, he had a baby on the way, he had a cheating on his wife, and in the interview, the wife looking crazy, like she reading a script. But the thing about him that really kind of crushed me on how he handled the situation, it kind of was like a narcissist gaslighting situations to me. So what I'm going to do, after this commercial break, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about this Derek Jackson. I'm like, I know everybody been talking about it for almost a month or some weeks now, but I'm like, I want to take my time, let it blow over, and then I'm going to bring it back up. So after this commercial break, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the topic, taking your own advice, after this break. All right, you guys. So tonight's topic is taking your own advice. Like, before the break, we was talking a little bit. I had to get on Derek. I had to, y'all. I'm sorry. He was my boy, but I'm like, dang, Derek, you really had to let us down. He was our holy grail to figuring men out. But, you know, he did his own dirt. He was talking about himself basically to us over the stuff that he actually was doing in his own situation. Like, what? Really? He contradicting himself. So, but like I said, before the break, I wanted to talk about, because I saw the little video with him and his wife. Nah, I'm telling y'all, one thing that I'm good at reading is body language. That woman looked scared to me, y'all. She did. And how he was looking at her, he looked like he was, you know, he kind of looked like he was a little, I don't know. It's just something was off. So after that, when I saw that, I'm like, she reading a script. You could tell she looking like she reading something. But that wasn't the part that tripped me out. The part that tripped me out about that interview was because After that, he caught himself trying to defend himself from the video that he did on the situation that he messed up on his own life. Like, how are you going to talk through a third person about your life that you screw up? So basically on the video, he like, well, the guy understood that whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, dog, how are you explaining yourself in the video that you messed up in life and then trying to cover it up? That's some kind of, when I saw that, y'all, that was some kind of narcissist. That was creepy to me. That he was talking from a third person about his own mess up and mistakes he did in his life, trying to be on the guy's side when it was actually him. That's some creepy stuff. That is so creepy. And to me, that's some mental narcissist stuff. He seemed like the person that used his vocabulary and how his confidence on trying to give advice. He used that to, like, I won't say hypnotize, but manipulate situations, because he has that intelligence to transform a situation to make the other person believe that what he's saying is actually the real, and it's not. He can make a delusion in a person's mind to make it seem like what his way is the right way. Man, y'all better watch out for people like that. Because that's one thing about me. I'm a very articulate, intellectual person. Now, I sit there and I listen to you. I hear all the advice you try to tell me. But let me tell you something. When I'm getting advice, I can't take advice from somebody that's in a toxic relationship already. I can't take advice from somebody that's already cheating on somebody but trying to tell me how to live my life. I'm looking at you like, you ain't even got your positive, happy, loving relationship. How you gonna give me advice and try to tell me what I need to do in my life? So, all us women, God gave us women intuition for a reason. We don't need to sit there and go for advice. We can feel it when our dude is messing up. We can feel it if he got another chick on the side. We just need the facts to blow up in our face so we can confront the person. But ladies, we already be knowing before we be knowing and letting them know that we know. If that makes sense to y'all. So ladies, try to take your own advice. You know what I'm saying? You know your heart, you know your situation, you know your life. Take your own advice. That's the best way you can do. Because even if you do fall, you can pick yourself back up knowing that you tried and you did the best that you can do. All right, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this show, taking your own advice. So like I said, I air my shows every Wednesday night on the Love Reunion Show. So stay tuned. I will post my next show on social media. And once again, thanks for tuning in to Love Reunion. You guys have a wonderful night.